Right.
Yeah, but what with the elections? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, so liberty and justice for all.
roll call, please. Trustee Alexander. Here. Trustee Cianci.
Yes.
Trustee Peppin.
Yeah.
Trustee Callison. Here. Supervisor Humphrey. Here. You got a copy of last month's minutes? The corrections or additions from the. If not, ask for a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Motion by trustee Cianci,
Second.
second by trustee Alexander, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Department heads, Doug?
Put some information in your pack. Right now, we are using an access-based program that pretty much we're manually entering all the assessments, manually doing them. We want to purchase this camera program. It will really streamline what we do a lot. Matter of fact, after Kevin here heard the presentation, he wanted to know how long he was going to have a job for us.
It's gonna help a lot.
But it's going to help a lot. I think in the future, once we get all this edited, we will have probably 1 to 2 less employees that are needed. So save some money. Ask us a little bit up front here.
It's gonna cost, we work with a publication 123 currently, which last updated was 2012. So the cost manuals are a little outdated. We have looked at other camera systems. There's not that many to choose from. PAMS we had, which is not user friendly at all. It takes you 7 clicks to just print one property card. And they're a little bit more expensive, PAMS is.
This is in your package. A lady from Manhattan Town who just purchased the same system we have. She went through and
She had PAMS.
she had PAMS, and she went through and did a nice job of highlighting the 2 differences. And these are really the 2 programs throughout the state that people use. They also use something called DevNet, but the county has to.
Open a port for us and they won't let us do it.
We talked to the county about it. They're not interested.
And we would contract through the county.
Then we would contract to the county. It might be a little cheaper, but
They won't give us access.
as much as Sunday, it doesn't.
What's nice about this is all the sales, the P-tax forms, the sales that occur in our township would be automatically dumped directly into the system every week. So we don't have to manually.
Enter those now. And I was telling Jeff about the complaint form that's filled out by the county. We fill out for the county board of review. It automatically does it for us. And that's a lot of. Well, in the year we got 700. Probably takes about a half hour or sometimes. They'll do it automatically. They'll pull the 3 best sales based upon the criteria, the complaint. It's pretty slick. Actually, the guy that developed it, when he was a kid, he worked in the assessor's office, and that's how he ended up.
What is it?
It's called AIMS, Assessor's Information Management System. They're from
Yeah, the total cost for the first year is 38.1, but we're only
purchasing.
pay the 28 upfront.
We're going to pay the 28 up front. These other items like Marshall and Swift. We will switch our website from one we developed to one that's kind of generic to this. If any of y'all want to go look at it, Google the Naperville Township Assessor's Office.
Right.
Or Frankfurt. And look at their website. I'll show you what it does.
Tracking in there.
Yeah.
You get your, they would have,
Well, we'd have to have the village cooperative.
village, county,
Yeah.
yeah. Both villages, yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah.
They would cooperate.
I mean, there's a lot of things that's done automatically that just out of habit. You know, and what I like about this guy, the previous guy, this other guy, we had this Pam's guy. He'd tell him a problem and he'd say, well, we're working on it. This guy seems pretty proactive in that any ideas that an assessor comes up with, he tries to address it in his software. So. But they're all good salesmen. Yeah. But I've talked to enough people that I'm confident. Frankfurt Township assessor, he's a real hard to please guy. When he said he liked it, I was pretty much sold on it. So
Yeah, but one does, I'm not a computer guy, like, we have that computer system for the township, that it was great, until the guy passed away. And there was no answers.
right, yeah.
Thank God that,
We had the same thing happen in our original Canada assessor. And the guy got old and died. And it was written in COBOL and nobody knew how to update it.
yeah,
So there was, and he had probably had 90% of the assessor's house across the state. It's a good opportunity for someone else to come in and develop this stuff.
upgraded. Well, you can find it.
So that's about all I have.
Jason?
Just, God bless the people from the storm tornado. My guys have been there, since they have them. Made it safe out of that. But it's horrible out there. Roma Park Township took the brunt of it. So we've been out there, just hauling stuff for them, using the loader, the mini excavator and whatnot. And I mean, it looks like they're still going to be out there for going to be a while. Been meeting with county and whatnot and doing that. We're keeping track of our hours, keeping track of all the equipment and stuff that we're using, because I guess that is going to go towards hopefully getting the like a disaster relief or something like that. So hopefully we're done with snow. I think that was the last one we used. One about we didn't use a crazy amount of salt the last one, but hopefully that's the last of it and we should be good to go. Hopefully get some salt up. Have the issues with salt supply be passed by the upcoming season. That's all I got.
I've got one question. This, the parking lot back by your salt shed.
Yeah.
One day after I got back from down south, it was all ice. Was there
Yeah.
something that's blocking that?
Yeah, the salt, we try to put the cones up for the truck to not dump it, but sometimes they dump it and it goes through that and then it gets sucked down into the drainage system there. And we have to make them back, get the factor out. Yep. And
I noticed that the other day. What?
Yeah.
There's a manhole cover over there.
yeah, we tried putting plywood down there and somehow it does not matter. But that's what's frustrating. But hopefully Bourbonnais comes this week to factor it out. Yeah, it does look like fun.
Yes, I saw the ice.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah.
St. Pat's dinner, that Nicole says was a wonderful success. They had 220 sign up and 190 roughly showed up. They had a good time. They said the seniors danced until they had to shoo them out. So it was nice that they had a good time. So those that participated in that, I know Nicole was a big spirit. Thank you.
Cool.
The GA, we're at about 13,224 we've got, what, just a handful of days left till the end of the month and 31st. Now, at least you have any other appointments lined up between now and the 31st. So, you know,
So I have one date, then we have one,
okay, we'll still be below 50% of, what we budgeted, so we're well in good shape for that. What else? That minute. Bills, you have a copy of the bills. Questions on the bills? We have more fence work done?
What's that?
More fence?
Negative.
Fencing?
No, we did not. They switched we were billed directly by Action Fence. Alleviate some stuff, but I believe Mr. Peck and Sean talked about, we're gonna, draw some of these and have a different discussion and, go from there. Yep. Yes.
I know at last meeting, Kevin, your representative,
Yeah.
wants to get with Sean. Or what happened with that, but, so the bills of the truck, PSI,
Weaver,
sweeper, the Action
Action
Fence,
Fence, and Allison.
and Allison. We're gonna pull those out because those were the one items of discussion that Sean and Jason's new attorneys are gonna discuss outside of here. So then at the next meeting, hopefully we'll have some type of resolution for that. So with the bills, with extracting those items on the bills, ask if there are any other questions on the bills. Which one are you extracting again? Action Fence, all PSI bills.
With Anna in red, that's all.
The loan from the sweeper, the loan from the truck,
That's First Trust Bank.
Yeah, First Trust Bank, yeah.
Allison, Fence, PSI, truck, and sweeper.
3, 4,
Should be 8.
6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lines.
Yes.
And just to give you a little bit more information on that, I did send Jason a letter sort of detailing the issues with those particular invoices. I've had the opportunity to share that letter with Jason's counsel. In fact, I've had a conversation with you. So Peck has indicated that, you know, he's going to work with the board and provide the board with information. I think it's really a positive step in the right direction. So I'll work back on that this month. And
So with that, any other questions on any of the bills? If not,
I just wanted to ask, like on Outson, like some of those street light damage and stuff, you check and see if that's not the fiber optic damage and not reimbursable?
So when Allison does that, they will tell us if it is, and if it is, they take like the pictures and everything for us, and then they actually send it directly. They send it directly, they bill them directly. So that guy, that very first meeting, remember, he came here from, he's awesome. He's a really good guy. Burleson, yeah. So he just works with them directly, and anytime anything like that happens, he gets a hold of them. They take care of it. Yeah.
I had it.
Yeah. We've had, I think, 3 lines, and they were taken care of. That Outson actually got billed.
and correct me if I'm wrong. Is there there's more than one internet provider that possibly could be affected? Or is there just one there's Pavlov, and then there was somebody else?
Servnet.
So
they have different subs,
Yeah.
different locations.
Yeah.
Okay. So a certain sub did Arbor Grove, a certain sub did
Yeah.
whatever, and then one matter of if you get reimbursed not just from Pavlov, because they seem to say, you can vote with the sub.
Right.
Sub, I've had a few times in that bench. Well,
I got a question on Murray overhead doors. That's on the next page forward from the 9 that we just tabled.
Yeah.
Down the bottom, third line from the bottom, the $600 that's being charged to the general road. Should that be in buildings?
No, you can use that out of, general. Road. You can use that to pay for stuff in building. We do have a building and equipment fund.
Right.
But it's, yeah,
Why wouldn't we run it through our buildings?
that's how we've, paid them in the past. Most every time you see something like that, it's something that's where it was coming out of previously, before I even got here. So we just follow those a lot of the times.
What GL number is that?
41,620.
Yeah, 41,620.
And that's in General Road. There is a contractual maintenance service building line item for that.
Okay. That's what that is. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was just asking.
Yeah.
We started talking about Perm Road and I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
make a motion to approve the bills.
And we had 2 add-ons. I'm gonna make sure you guys had the right, wait a minute, where's Mel? Assessor's bill of 28, Doug, correct me if I'm wrong, 28,750. And one for the, road assessor for, travel reimbursement. Mileage reimbursement, 449.50.
What was the other one done?
Should be a Q for the assessor.
Assessor. We're on 37.
I'm sorry, not 28.
That's right. You threw me for.
Yep, forgive myself too. The acute $437.50. Computer support service. My fault. I had Doug's new system on my mind. I'll be excited about that.
And your mileage reimbursement, 600 miles?
Yeah, we had the day of the storm. I was out looking at the roads, and then we got caught in the hail. I just don't want to drive it yet. The assessor, the the adjuster came and looked. We got to decide what to do with it. So I just kept it parked in here. Told me the sunroof got destroyed. They said just wait, hold off until we hear back from them. So I just been using my truck since it happened.
So the new truck got hit with hail.
Yeah,
Where was that at in Royal Park or Bradley?
it was at my house in Bradley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? If not, ask for a motion to approve the bills, excluding the items that we talked about. Motion by trustee Alexander, second by trustee Palisard. Roll call, please.
Trustee Alexander.
Yeah.
Trustee Palisar. Trustee Sampson. Trustee Pepper.
Yes.
Supervisor Newton.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Comments from the public. Kevin, good job, secure.
Okay.
So I have no Doug.
I've got a question. The tornado sirens. My dad has noticed that out near us, you can barely hear it. Is there a way we can add another one, or is it tested, or?
That's a good question, Frank, because I was down south when all this took place. One, let's talk to Keener, the fire chief, see where they go, if they have any input into it. And then from there, we'll probably go to the county, find out what next steps, because I know that some article at Hopkins Park got a new right away, like theirs must have got wiped out or something, but they got a new one put in right away. So, the county might be the
Yeah, I think it's Becky Powell that she runs the EMA, the Emergency Management Agency. Um, yeah, I think that they're the ones that handle that.
Probably ought to be in between Turnberry and the other something.
Yeah, what's the closest
We
one?
might, yeah,
We might have a- we might have a line
one or two by.
You hear about a limestone.
Winds blowing south.
Yeah, comes right across the river there. You hear- yeah.
By North Trap Park, just west of North Trap Park. That's what I think it was.
Yeah, that's where it is. Yeah,
I mean, if we open up the door and maybe with the wind blowing, it's kind of early, but just in the past, it was more prevalent.
And I don't know, we'll have to find out, Frank. But yeah, to piggyback on what Jason was saying earlier, we're awful lucky that I think they've only found one person that is deceased, so they must have been working somewhere to let people know that you gotta take cover, so.
Really, particularly for a week,
A lot of,
they were dead on.
oh, yeah, the size of some of the hail walls that actually went through metal roofs, like,
so,
never seen that before, but,
and the hail wasn't round, it was.
yeah,
jagged.
crisply,
The weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've seen a hail ball like that.
You're right.
Any complaints from folks out there with contractors?
Uh,
Or
Well, I guess one, being the limestone building inspector now, that there's hundreds of new contractors in town.
yeah.
I hope Bourbonnais is sort of doing what we're doing. I'm going through and calling everybody to make sure they're registered. Some, you haven't registered at the county, have not registered with limestone, and just sort of getting everybody on the same page, which sort of, but you're never gonna get them all, but,
I keep on having an appointment the next day at 10 o'clock,
They call their phone and try to say they got an appointment with them.
confirming my appointment for tomorrow at 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of, they say, people calling wanting.
We barely got hail, but
All right, community disaster fund, I've met with a couple of the mayors, and, I know that Jason's gone down and had some water delivered, down to our own park area, and I know that obviously with Village of Bradley, Village of Bourbonnais, both of them said that they weren't doing anything, that they had trucks down there helping remove debris and things like Jason's been doing. And we've had that disaster fund. So I've met with the county, talked to Mr. Hildebrand down there, and he said whatever we can do, they'd be very happy for to team up, and again, ours is going to be more monetary than hands-on. So and also Red Cross would be another one, because I know that when I first threw this out to you guys in an email when I was down south, that you mentioned Bradley and Kinky and Bourbonnais, and after talking to their mayors, they weren't going to do anything. They were going to let me know this week if they were going to say participate in something. But we do have a line item for that, for disaster. So now the question becomes, one, who do we give it to, and how much do we give? One, the disaster cleanup, and to me, given to the county, let them take the lead, and they've got the manpower and the vision of what all's going down there. Give them a large chunk, and then with United Way being the hands-on people with the food and different things that people need, I think would be a good donation as well. To give to every church and every other one that's there is, I think we sort of probably should narrow it down to just a couple. And now it becomes how much? And financially, as a township, we're in great shape. We could give it all what we budget for, and it wouldn't hurt us a bit. So financially, so make that at ease that we're at the end of this fiscal year, and we have a few more days left, and we haven't used it in several years that we've had it. So it's now it's time. Is it good time as any to use it? So how much is that? 100,000. And I'm not saying to give 100,000. I'm just saying we can go from 10 to 20 to 50, whatever the board feels is an appropriate number to contribute with the cleanup and, say, the township taking the lead or the county taking the lead to disperse it where it needs to go.
Where the cleanup goes, they might get reimbursed. If IEMA was gonna try to get disaster,
They could,
disaster.
yeah.
Then there was, I heard there was talk of federal money.
yeah, they
So
got
that ought to be covered.
the way I understand it is they got to reach a certain number, dollar wise before that surveys of everybody putting in. I don't know what that number is, but they got to reach a certain number before they get reimbursed.
Yeah,
And if they use it toward anything, my feeling is they're the ones that are hands on right there with it. That if we give them, here's the X number now, use it toward cleanup, use it for hauling debris, use it toward signs, use it toward barricades, use it toward whatever they feel, food, if they feel that, whatever they feel they need to do. My feeling is because I'm 30 miles away or 20 miles away, let them disperse it. And if they get reimbursed, they get reimbursed. We budgeted for it, and I'm not, if we get some back, great. If we don't, it's not,
that's, I talked to Sean Lucky today. I was out there. They're not gonna get FEMA. It's not gonna get to that level, he said, but, and they're still fighting to get the Illinois stuff apparently right now. And Sean and Lucas Stroud over there are the ones that are running.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all about giving money
Yeah,
back. If they're gonna get reimbursed, we can give that money to, across that way, somebody else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Not-
And that could be a conversation I have, Terry, if you want to go with me, you're more welcome to, with Mr. Alexander Hildebrand down there that say, hey, if you guys do get reimbursed, we would like a percentage of that you get back, whatever our share is, to be donated to an extra amount to United Way or to whoever. Then, that's my feeling is that instead of bringing the money back to us, that they would take it and go, okay, United Way needs more because they're feeding people or a church might need to let them disperse it. But yet, like I say, if we get it back, let them control where it goes. That's just my feeling.
Some handful of people talking about the automobile damage that occurred in Bradley, in that swath through there, cars being totaled and folks not being able to even drive into their jobs. I don't know if you guys have been hearing some of that too.
I know a girl that works for us last
And
time.
that's, and I'm thinking, all right, is there something we can do to help them with some of our residents where, if they've got their car damaged or it's totaled or it's undrivable, if there's some way they can prove it, we can help them with some money for a rental, and I don't even know if they can get a rental around here because I think the rental options are full out too, further gouging everything.
Yeah. But
Something to that thoughts.
that's so when I talked to the mayor of Bradley, that's like, hey, when, those people have full coverage, they don't have a problem.
Right.
But it's that younger person that
Just got liability.
just has liability on their car, and now, already have, say, bus tickets that we, could hand out that they can take bus to different locations or, because I even, there's so many different things that come to your mind that people have lost their house. Well, how about we make a deal with Holiday Inn and they get a night for $25 a night, they're gonna stay there for a month at least. But yet that logistics of that, of how do we go about that? That's the,
You do something like through GA. For people who maybe didn't have full coverage for their cars. No, okay.
With Red Crossing and more thing on, or clean up the priority.
Other two, honestly.
yeah, well, they, hauling stuff out,
Yeah.
wanting to clean up and getting stuff back where they can start to at least drive around and move around. I haven't been down there because I don't want to be that rubberneck to go, oh my God, look at that. But they got to get it cleaned up so it's serviceable. And materials being a gas line, you're gonna make sure all the gas lines are taken care of. If they got some issue somewhere, the county's not gonna do that, but they're involved in it. I don't know if the police department has an extra cop driving around just because, looting type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's had a couple guys.
So they're, I'll say, getting flooded with different things for their expenditures. And all we're doing, we're just trying to help a little, whatever we can contribute. Like I said, we're in great financial shape, so I'm not.
Yeah, if we donate to clean up that person, yeah, they get a reimbursement. Somehow switch that over to something else.
Yeah.
Or however.
Yeah.
Or if we just. A certain dollar amount and goes to.
Goes to the county and or if you want to do two, United Way, because they're dealing with the people that homeless and carless and
I believe the Salvation Army is one of the spearheads. I think they're set up at that church right when you come over to the interstate on the right hand side. I believe that's where they are. I think that's like the command center as well. If you want, I can stop by there tomorrow and get some information and give it to you, Jeff, if you like. I'll be out that way anyways.
yeah, and I guess for me, because it's the end of the year coming up, we needed an approval of a dollar amount. And then we go, okay, Jeff, we want you to, if it's county, we want to put, just making numbers up, you guys decide. 50,000 to the county, 5,000 to Blue Cross or Red Cross, and 5,000 to United Way, or 10 to United Way, whatever numbers that, or we just do two, and because United Way and I'm sure the Red Cross are probably working hand in hand. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't been down there, so.
Those are the two that are kind of heading it up.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
That's Salvation.
Salvation Army, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're handling all like the distribution of like donations and monetary as well. But again, I'll find out tomorrow, Jeff. I'll shoot you a text.
Well, the tornadoes I've worked in over the years, Red Cross was always, Plainfield Red Cross was in charge. Washington down there, when it went all the way across Rental, Red Cross was in charge. So, okay.
So I guess my question is one, county's efforts and Red Cross, or county's efforts, Red Cross and United Way. But you guys,
What about the sheriff's department?
well, that falls under the county.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's one of those, if you want to go with me when I take the check down to Mr. Hildebrand, here's the check, and one, we know the police department needs help, we know the Clan needs help, and if you do get it reimbursed, we don't want the money back, we want you to donate any reimbursement to Red Cross or United Way or whoever it may be.
Yeah, after you mentioned earlier, I thought, a portion of that, but you have an opportunity to help, and I think now it's time to help, and I think you gotta use it. Taking less, but if you're gonna have a time.
Yeah.
May as well use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even, Matt, that, our disaster relief money this year is less than next year, because we took that, rebate thing away. We didn't do the rebate, so this is just another way of giving some of the money back to the community. So, we can go, $5,000, or we can go 50, or we can go up to 100. We have 100 in the budget to do. So, however, the board, has an opinion on it, I'm open.
Jason, who'd you say was by the church? Red
I
Cross?
believe it's either the Red Cross or the Salvation Army.
Salvation.
Yep.
I'm with you too on that. So
If
if
you
you
want,
want to make a couple phone calls and come up with some numbers and.
are you looking to get a vote tonight on that?
Yeah, so we can, because we have to, because it's in the line item for this year, we have to spend it before the end of the month. Or use it before the end of the month. So we have approval to go, if you can spend X number of dollars, we'd like to see a larger portion go to the county, and then, or whatever, but, and then give myself the authority, and the three of us the authority, let's divide it between these 2 or 3 entities.
What you could do is allocate a certain amount to the county and then allocate another amount to a not-for-profit that's assisting. And then that would give you a little bit of flexibility after you look into it to decide what's the best not-for-profit.
What's the church on Walden Road?
United.
So I live out there. I'm just gonna speak up real quick. The church over the hill, I don't know which one it is. It's the Methodist church. They've been doing housing and like canned goods and all this kind of stuff. And the church down the road farther, it's Grace Baptist. They had Mercy Chef come in, and they've been providing 2 hot meals a day, delivering them and pick up. and they've been doing other stuff too. So it's both the churches doing help, but different needs.
This church, another funding on money.
I don't know. That's what I don't
They're
know.
just
They're
the
just
point, the points.
the points. Like the
Distribution.
one was like canned foods and dried foods and housing. One was you go pick up the hot
So
meals.
that's from donation. Right.
Yeah, a lot of them are just like church organizations and like you said, the Red Cross and United Way. I don't know who actually is running these things, but there was two different spots to go to.
John, can the motion be up to 100,000? Can they do that, or does it have to be a specific? So they,
It's how much does the board want to expend of that 100,000? If it's 50,000, which is fine. If it's 75, if it's 20, 100, do the whole amount. Then do we do 50 to the county, and then or 75 to the county, and then the other part would be to Red Cross and United Way. 70-30, so 70 and 15-15. Okay, so I'm going to ask for a motion that we use the disaster relief fund in the budget. Let's budget $100,000. We're going to budget or spend $70,000 to the county's relief and assistance fund, and $15,000 to United Way, $15,000 to Red Cross.
You want to look into those to make sure? On the,
He said something.
yeah, you want to look into those and give you the authority, give you the 30,000 and divide that up.
30,000.
Distribute it.
She's contributed to a nonprofit. Yeah.
Do a little research and.
Yeah.
Report.
Then I'll report back to you guys. If anybody has any other suggestions between now and then, don't hesitate to reach out to me. So I ask for a motion for the 70,000 to the county for their disaster relief help. Ask for a motion to approve that. Motion by trustee Alexander, second by trustee Palisar. Roll call, please. Hold on.
70 or 75?
70 and 7.
Trustee Alexander.
Yeah.
Trustee Palisade.
Yeah.
Trustee Sampson. Trustee Peppin. President.
Yes. And then, another 30,000 that will be split between a couple nonprofit organizations such as United Way or Red Cross or Salvation Army.
Few churches out there. That's done a lot. We give something.
Yeah, great. We can take that 30 and go, 6 different, make it all 5 if you want to.
I know Grace Baptist did a lot.
Or you just approve 30,000 and you have.
Yeah.
Let you.
You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your motion for that.
I'll get that pressure.
Yeah, no problem. And Terry, I know that you probably have some knowledge of some others that are out there, so I'm gonna lean on you to say, this church, I know, has done a lot, I'm sure, that I haven't been out there.
I just know, like she said it too,
Yeah.
I didn't know the Methodist one up the road, but I know Grace Baptist was big, highly involved in all that from day one.
Yeah.
Zero almost.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll make that motion for the 30,000.
Motion for 30,000 to be distributed to the nonprofits, plural. That's right. Yeah.
Trustee Sampson.
Yes.
Trustee Peppin.
Yes.
Trustee Alexander.
Yeah.
Trustee Palisade.
Yes.
Vice President.
Yes. All right. Approval of the annual town meeting coming up in April. The annual approval of the agenda of the annual town meeting. There should be an agenda in there. No. Please see a copy of that, isn't it? Take, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 copies.
There's a little church down at Methodist Church. Write that down.
Yeah, let me tell you real quick.
One of these, because that's the well.
We'll do it now, and then
Yeah. No, it's. The meeting is set for April 14th, Tuesday, April 14th at 6:30. And it also shows the next following year's annual meeting date. I ask for a motion to approve the annual town meeting agenda. Motion by trustee Siance. Second by trustee Peppin, all in favor? Aye. Okay. All right, town budget. Budget's been on display for over 30 days. And the total amount for the town budget was $1,761,300. Ask for a motion to approve town budget.
And just for the record, Jeff, so there is a public hearings associated with this as well. So I'm just gonna call anybody in the public who might want to comment on it.
Anybody in the public would like to make a comment on the budget? Ordinance number 0326-01. Motion by trustee Alexander. Second by trustee Peppin. Roll call, please.
Trustee Alexander.
Yes.
Trustee Peppin.
Yeah.
Trustee Fiance.
Yep.
Trustee Halliday.
Yes.
Vice Chair.
Yes. The road budget has been on display. As Sean said, open for the public to have any questions on the budget. I do have some questions or recommendations. Jason, because of the things that have to be discussed between two attorneys. Yeah. I want to recommend not to approve the budget myself. Just because there's some things in there number wise that need to be changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is.
What I would recommend is you do a motion to table the agenda item and public hearing to the next meeting.
Ask for a motion to table the agenda item of the road budget to the next meeting. Motion by trustee Peppin, second by trustee Palisard. All in favor, roll call please, since it's money.
Trustee Peppin.
Yes.
Trustee Allison.
Yes.
Trustee Alexander.
Yes.
Trustee Fiance.
Yes.
Vice Chair.
Yes. All right, flagpole issue. Danielle brought to my attention the other day that somebody hit the flagpole, hit the
Yeah,
landscape.
several people.
Several people hit it. I know Jason had talked about a while back, doing something out there. But now that it's become a so Danielle, I'll let you speak about it if you would.
Well, I've been here for over 20 years. It just seems like, I'm not sure what's going on. But there's been a bumper left behind that the return to the older, our taxpayer. The last 2 weeks, or I should say a month, this was 2 weeks ago, we've had 2 people hit it. Did quite a damage underneath their car. And I don't know if you can set it back a little bit, because I think when they back out, they just are backing out.
Yeah.
They don't see it.
Yeah.
And the first 2 spots next to it, it's kind of wasted parking. Kevin, you have to back up because you'll hit your door to open it. You'll hit your door against the brake. Or if someone comes in that first spot, the passenger can't get out. So it has been a problem. It seems like excessively in the last year. They had 3 vehicles hit it.
And Jason, because I know several months ago, you talked about doing something
Yeah,
at the flagpole. Is it something that we can move, we can move from this side to this side? Would that,
would actually
That
work.
would make sense.
would that
yeah.
affect anything? Because you, obviously you gotta take the concrete out, you're planning on doing
Like a
some
veteran,
decorative
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So, but I mean, at bare minimum, I can have my staff rip that out. The bricks for now. If you want,
Yeah,
if the
yeah.
blocks for now,
Yeah.
I can have them do that if you guys want me to.
Yeah, that way they don't,
I know they
Bang it,
glued
You
them
could
back
put it over
together.
in that grass.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's nothing that on the east side of the building.
Yeah. But if you want tomorrow, I can have them take that out.
yeah, because I don't ever go up that direction, so there's certain things I don't ever see unless I'm unlocked the front. Somewhere down the road, when the trustees leave, take a look at that front handicap
Yeah,
red deal. I notice it's starting to deteriorate and has some holes in it. So that might be something that we need to look at on the next budget, doing some
Yeah.
maintenance in the building. Might have to do some work up front. But yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll have
blocks
them-
all the way.
I'll have them tear that, and I'll get some of those like just smaller, bigger stones type thing, just to give it something.
Or just take it down to one to start with.
Okay.
So you gotta, that way he can open his door.
Yeah.
And if they do bounce over, it won't,
Right.
we're good at something.
Electricity.
Yeah, it seems like
No, there's no.
our office drives a lot of the traffic into the parking lot, and most of those people are like
I know.
older. A lot, somebody like that, but you don't know how they're going out to get back in the car and drive away.
Yeah.
So any fewer obstacles we can have, is a good idea.
Even if it went all the way down to dirt.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do that. I'll have them do that tomorrow. Make sure it's taken care of.
Weren't you talking about doing
Yeah, well, I was gonna see if you could, so with that being said, with that location, if you guys want, you guys tell locations, like you said, wasn't gonna be crazy, it's like a little bench, some with the different plaques from the different armed services type thing, if it's better over there, let's just do it over there.
Yeah, out of line of sight or out of line of traffic,
Yeah.
as I'll call it. But,
Less room.
Mhm.
Just a third flag protocol to have light on the flag.
And we get the solar ones.
And I didn't know if it's a major project or not, would this be something we could open up to the scouts to see? Because I know that the previous scout just did the one in Bourbonnais, which was an absolute wonderful job. Would this be something we can open up to the Boy Scouts or Girl
I agree,
Scouts
I,
to do a scout project?
yeah, I agree.
Just throwing that out there.
Yep, Ryan Barry is he's like the local like scout master, and I grew up with Ryan, so I'll reach out to him and tell him and let them come talk to the board and go from there. But I will make sure, I'll get it taken care of tomorrow, at least get it out of there so people stop hitting it.
All right, F, we've already talked that we table those, Bill, so Sean and Mr. Peck, right?
Yep, there.
To get together. So, G, we're still waiting, Doug and I have talked and, still waiting for the union to get back to us to even begin negotiations. Yes, it's November, but responded back to them, yes, and the guy in their office, it's their lead guy, has emailed a few times and apparently we've got no responses back from them. I don't know if that's telling us that they don't want to have a union here or what the employees want, so we're sort of waiting to move forward.
Yeah, he's not got back to me today.
No. So, yeah, I think the employees probably ought to have a conference and play that contract out, do.
April 1, March 31 technically.
When was James contacted me?
The first time was in October.
October, he's been trying to October.
3 times for our new union rep. But then he contacted the president and said, did we have a change of union rep? And no response there either. So,
They sent me one about, demand of bargaining, and I said, whenever you're ready.
was that in October?
That was November, December.
Okay.
There's not. Anybody have anything else that they'd like to share? If not, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by trustee Belsar, second by trustee Alexander. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.